Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very, very much for giving me the opportunity to talk. My name is Samra Azhar, and I'm related to aviation industry of Pakistan from past 18 years. My niche or my expertise are training and development. However, I do a lot of recruitment, performance management as well. I started my journey with an airline in Pakistan around 18 years ago. Before that, I was working on and off in academies and institutions. And I started off as a cabin crew and made my way up and currently working as a senior manager. Other than that, my portfolio has accreditations of trainers, both human factor and soft skill trainers, and I do a little bit of corporate training on the side, but I do not charge as yet. And I also have completed my master's in aviation management, and I've done tons of courses from all around the world. I also am a fan of LinkedIn platform, and I do a lot of LinkedIn learnings as well. The topic I have chosen for our discussion today is the gap between the academia and corporate world or industries. So, in my experience, in my 18 years of experience, I have noticed that there is a vast gap when it comes to academics or universities or people who pass out and what industry is expecting. So I did a little bit of research. I sat with the academics, experts in academia, and I sat with, of course, I have a chance to sit with people in the industry. I always see that people who come out of universities, fresh grads, they have this comfort in their thoughts that they will immediately get hired, which is to start with is a very positive thought, and you should have it. However, you have to work a little bit more other than your academics. These days, there's a concept of being a jack of all. So you previously this concept was not very famous. However, it is taking strength and is becoming very, very successful. You have to have knowledge, at least theoretical knowledge of many skills. For example, if you have, for example, I did my MBA after a lot of corporate and industry learning. I was very lucky to do that, and that really helped me in understanding the gap. So when I went for my MBA to the university, I was able to answer a lot of managerial related questions because of my experience. And whereas there were lots of brainy students who were still grasping with the concept. So I understood the problem there while I was studying. And I myself work a lot on coaching youth and people who exit the universities as an individual. I help people understanding the gaps. First, what I do is I understand what their expertise are. And then I tell them which industry they should go to. But there's always a little more that they need to do in terms of courses, in terms of more studies, and in terms of positions they're applying for. So it's always seen that these gaps or voids can be filled when people do some of their own work. The best step to do, or the best recipe to do so is and first you have to do a lot of courses. There are a number of platforms offering free and courses at very economical prices. You have to do that, and in addition you have to do lots of social media. For example, you have to strengthen your own profiles on LinkedIn or other platforms. You have to strengthen and be able to market yourself in a manner that even you don't know that you have these skills. For example, I was recently updating my own CV, and I find that I always fall short of expressing my own self. And I somebody pointed it out to me that I follow you on LinkedIn, and you have done this on LinkedIn, whereas your CV does not show that. So I recently added that. So imagine I have to do that to market myself in the industry, and imagine what a new entrant will have to do. So you have to be able to um, market yourself in a manner that you don't just show your experience or maybe no experience, just academics, or and nothing else. That's not going to impress anybody. So in order to fill that void between academics and industry, you have to a, do a lot of courses. B, strengthen your social media. C, and very, very important, networking. You have to network with people of industry, and the best platform to do so is LinkedIn. So what happens when you try and fill that void? You start learning. For example, you may have to go through a course which teaches you how to talk to somebody senior. That is a skill. That is not something you're born with. That is not what's taught in universities. And that, my fellows, is a skill, and you need to learn that. After doing that skill, after completing that skill, you may have to enter it into your CV and also your profile at social medias. And then when you network with people, people will be able to see that you are working on yourself. You are somebody who has a desire to grow. You are somebody with potential, and they will always and always keep you in mind whenever there is an opening or a job opportunity. I have seen many people. I've also learned this from very young people who work on their own self and not just think that if they have completed a degree and that'll help them. No, that doesn't work this way anymore. Not in Pakistan, and outside Pakistan is a big no. And people who work to complete or fill the void, they are always one step ahead in networking and in being successful at job opportunities. I would now like to describe this void a little bit more. What happens is, whenever there are two service providers, for example, a job providing industry and studies are given by universities, there are always two industries: education industry and your job providing industry. There's always a gap between these two industries or any other intermediaries. When there's this gap is called institutional void. I have spoken about it previously as well. This institution, the term institutional void is coined by a professor in Harvard Business School, and he talks about this void between marketing and firms who want to market themselves, and various other industries, between industries and between same industries and different industries as well. So it is very, very important for everybody, each one of you, to fill that void within before you enter the industry for job hunt, or even if you want to open your own business. So I hope this will help you understand. And in case you have any questions, please feel free to ask so. Thank you very much. You can also follow me on LinkedIn, and I have my own YouTube channel named The Gateway. The link will be provided below in comment section. And I also have my own website called www.samraazhar.com. Please follow me and give your opinion. Thank you very much.